You ever feel like your thumb is getting a better workout than your heart on dating apps? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to break down a totally different way to think about dating apps. One that's a whole lot less about the endless swipe and way more about, an actual spark. Let's dive in.
Man, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling. You're in this loud, flashy, overwhelming casino when all you really want is a quiet corner to have a real conversation. So, what exactly is the problem with that casino model?
Well, that casino model is basically a hamster wheel of swiping. It's built to keep you hooked with these tiny little dopamine hits every time you get a match. But here's the thing, it's not actually designed to help you find a deep connection. Nope, it's a numbers game, and most of the time the house wins by just keeping you playing. And the result? So much noise, a ton of burnout, and very little real human connection.
Okay, this slide right here gets to the absolute heart of it. It's the classic difference between quantity and quality. The casino is all about more swipes, more matches. The quiet room, though, it's about better. It's a fundamental shift in what we're even trying to do, moving from just endless engagement to actually having meaningful encounters.
So how do we actually build this quiet room? Well, it's not about just slapping a few new features onto a broken system. No way. It's about starting from scratch with a whole new philosophy, a set of core principles that's going to shape every single design decision from the ground up.
And here they are. These are the four pillars holding this whole idea up. First, we're choosing depth over volume, every single time. Second, we're pumping the brakes and intentionally slowing things down. Third, the whole thing is designed for mutual investment, making sure both people are actually in it. And fourth, and this is a big one, we're throwing out all the addictive games and those cheap validation loops. This right here is the foundation.
All right, so we've got our philosophy. Now let's see how that actually translates into the app itself. And the first thing we've got to tackle is the match, because how you connect is just as important as who you connect with. And trust me, this is where it gets really interesting.
This is a total game changer. Forget that endless carousel of faces. In this app, you were limited to just 3 active conversations at a time. That's it, 3. And that's not a bug, my friend. That is a core feature. It's designed to completely rewire how you behave, from collecting matches to actually connecting with people. So why the limit? Well, think about it. It forces you to actually focus. It weeds out the people who aren't serious. It kills that paralyzing fear of missing out. That feeling that someone better is just one swipe away. And maybe most importantly, it creates scarcity, which creates value. When you can't have unlimited options, you start to value the ones you do have a whole lot more. Okay, this is where the magic really happens. No more of those generic, you matched screens. Here, every single conversation starts with a story. The app literally shows you where you click based on your profiles, and it gives you a gentle heads up about one area where you might be different. It's like a roadmap for a real conversation. It gives you an immediate, meaningful starting point beyond just, so you've made a meaningful match. Awesome. But how do you stop the conversation from dying that slow, painful death of one-word answers? Well, this blueprint has a plan for that too. It's all about structuring the conversation to build a connection over time, not just kill time. Check this out. For the first 3 days, you're on rails. No free-for-all texting. Instead, you get these guided prompts based on your profiles that force you to dig a little deeper. Then you graduate to limited chat. And finally, after about a week of real interaction, you unlock the whole thing. It's like a slow dance, not a mosh pit. It actually lets intimacy build naturally.
And what about when the sparks just don't fly? No more ghosting. This app has a gentle letdown feature. If someone decides to move on, they just pick a reason and it sends a kind, pre-written message. It gives people closure without all the awkwardness and anxiety. It's a small thing, but man, it makes a huge difference in how you feel about the whole experience. It just treats everyone with respect.
You see, all of these features, the pacing, the limits, the closure, they're not random. They're all building towards something bigger, a sense of safety, a feeling that you can actually be vulnerable without getting hurt. In this model, emotional safety isn't just some add-on. It's the foundation of the entire app, woven into every single interaction. And this is just a brilliant idea. Before you can talk about the really personal stuff, both people have to agree to it. It's a consent gate. So imagine you want to talk about physical intimacy. You tap a button to request that topic, and the other person gets a simple ping asking if they're comfortable discussing it. Only when they say yes does that part of the chat unlock. It is such a powerful way to make sure everyone feels safe and respected.
So let's just pull back for a second. This isn't just about a list of individual features. It's about the overall feeling they create when they all work together. It's about crafting an experience that feels less like you're playing a game on your phone and more like you're on a thoughtful journey with another person.
This slide just nails the difference. Other apps use these cheap tricks, gamification, to keep you hooked, to keep you coming back for another hit. This app, though, uses meaningful progression. You're not just racking up points, you're actually building something. The reward isn't some flashy animation, it's unlocking a deeper level of communication. It's a subtle psychological shift for sure, but it changes everything.
So you're probably wondering, how does an app like this actually stay in business? Well, it's not by selling you more swipes or a boost to the top of the line. That would destroy the entire philosophy. Instead, you can pay for things that actually help you, like deeper insights into your compatibility or optional coaching packs. The key thing is that the app's success is aligned with your success in finding a real connection.
So, with all this talk about deep connection and emotional safety, what's the one simple, almost obvious feature that basically every other dating app has totally forgotten about? A feature so simple, you're going to wonder why nobody else has done it. The answer? A pause button. A simple way to just take a break from new matches without having to nuke your entire profile. It lets you focus on the 1 or 2 conversations that are going well. It's a feature that basically says, hey, we get it. You're a human being with limited emotional energy, not just a user we need to milk for engagement. And that is a powerful, trust-building message. So what's the bottom line here? This isn't really about building a better dating app. It's about building a better way to date. A way that's more human, more intentional, and ultimately a heck of a lot more likely to lead to the real connections so many of us are actually looking for. So, what do you think? Is this the future of dating, or is it just a pipe dream for a handful of really patient people? Are we, as a culture, finally ready to trade the cheap thrill of the chase for the profound comfort of connection? That's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer is going to shape the future of love for all of us.